He looks back up top. There's a shot from Schartz up high. Rebound, they score. Dylan Maskren gathers the loose puck in front of the net. Fordyce thought.
Off the draw, Trail will set up a Providence Funeral Home penalty kill for the Vees. Zane Schartz, high slot. Now left circle, they score. Dylan Bowen, just like that. 10 seconds into the power play.
Pass is behind Davidson. Schartz pinching along the boards. Schartz now back to the high slot. Bowen wires one towards the goal, scores! And a screen, Lyndon Stanwood couldn't see.
2-on-2 with Patrick Sexton on the right wing side, but Alfred just loves it in the corners. The Vees make changes on the fly. Alfred spilled to the ice behind the net, comes up the wall. Hildeman looking, doesn't shoot. He's muscled off the puck by Schartz, and now gets out to center. A 3-on-1. Schartz on right wing. Lucchini shooting, skied it over the net. Rebound right.
The trail stripe now. Stops up, has Russell with him. Feeds him now. Does Drapluk. Russell taken down. Puck comes free to the line. Drapluk looks across to Bennett. We'll start on the back end for Trail. And this game from South Surrey Arena is underway with the Eagles in their home green uniforms skating left to right and gaining possession off the opening faceoff and clearing it out to center. Backpedaling is Schartz in his own zone, D-to-D to Dylan Bowen. Bowen's pass was thwarted by Anthony Conti, and the Eagles will skate back in on left wing. It's Conti in the corner, centering a shot that glances off the glove of Adam Todd, and the Smokies will turn it back in as far as the red line before Dawson stops progress. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone, settled by McMurphy. He'll drop it back to Dawson. Lead feed on the right wing to Russell. In over the trail line. Russell to the high slot. Wrists it down low to Conti. His mates are on a change. Conti's on his lonesome right now as he tries to dangle around Dylan Bowen. That didn't work, and the Smoke Eaters get out to center with Brian Basilico. Cross ice feed to Scott Davidson. Over the line on right wing. And Trail has an early goal here. And after a long day of travel, you have to figure that might be something that will boost the spirits of this Smoke Eater club, as now they're forced back into their own zone. Off the face-off in neutral territory. Bowen plays it up the wall. It's picked off by Chase McMurphy. Russell knocks it down, drops it back to McMurphy left side. He's hit by Davidson. And away to center comes Maskren. He has his pocket picked, but back in the zone. Minutes and 32 seconds. Gone in the game. Another face-off in neutral territory, won by Maskren. This is Zane Schartz skating down the left side. He'll float one down the wing. Maskren will chase after it below the goal line. Has help there in the form of Davidson. Now Maskren in the right wing corner. Basilico can't reach it in the circle. It bounces free. And out to center comes Russell for Surrey. Russell to the red line. First pass got deflected. Second one lifted into the Trail zone. Bowen can't clear. Jumping in is McMurphy. Bouncing puck up high. Now Johansson will backhand it forward. But Bowen got a skate on it and turns Trail back the other way. Basilico. Toe drags over the line to Davidson in the slot. Davidson with a quick wrister and a nice pad save by Devin Fordyce off a Scott Davidson effort from the slot. Here's Conti back the other way for Surrey. Over the Trail line, left wing feed to Brian Drapluk, the defenseman jumping into the play. Drapluk floats it back around to Russell in the right wing corner. Braden Russell double teamed. Will he wriggle free? Yes, he will. He's got Conti helping him. Conti centers one, but it's off a leg to the line and out past Masellas, who has to peel back to center. Has it chopped away from him by Liam Lawson as the video feed should be back up and again ready to go here from Surrey. We apologize for that little malfeasance. As away to center comes Dawson for the Eagles. He'll dump it in deep. Back for it behind his own net is Schartz as we played 8.5 minutes of this first period. The score 1-0 Trail. Pass through center to Davidson. Davidson in across the line on left wing. He feeds the slot area and it's away from Basilico by Danton Heinen. Puck rolls back in on Fordyce. There for it is Brian Drapluk. He has trouble escaping the zone as Davidson is in on the forward check. Now Johansson will circle back behind his own net. Philippe Johansson to Brian Drapluk through the middle. It just gets out over the line and rolls onto the stick of Joe Drapluk. In over the trail stripe now to the right circle. He'll backhand it in deep for Danton Heinen. Heinen hit hard by Davidson. Puck comes free to the right point to Johansson. D to D. This is Bennett. Winds. Fires blocked. Loose puck in the slot. Collected there by Volpe. And he'll come away to center for Trail. Down the left side. Trying to cut around Philippe Johansson. Does to the... Stopped up by Phil Johansson. Westgard clears to the line. Knocked out of midair by Schartz. Backhanded back deeper now by Scott Davidson and behind the net. This is Volpe. Feeds it in front. Nobody in white there, and it's all the way down the ice into the Trail zone. Eagles will make changes now. and bring out Davidson. Darius with Ferguson and Lawson. Here's Basilico back in for Trail. Can't cut around Brian Drapluck down the left wing side. Puck free in the corner for Lawson. Liam Lawson, second straight game, fourth as an affiliate this year for the Eagles. Stops up in front of his own bench, plays it to safety to Bennett. And now Brian Drapluck will look up the right wing side for Austin Ferguson. Ferguson stops in just over the line, walks up top, circle a shot, and it's blocked away by Todd. Rebound to Bennett with a drive, stop two, another chance, and Todd makes a third save as pancaked in front of the net was side to Brian Drapluck in across the trail stripe now. Stops up, has Russell with him, feeds him now. Does Drapluck. Russell taken down. Puck comes free to the line. Drapluck looks across to Bennett. Bennett to the net. A shot. And it's stopped by Todd. Now some rough stuff between Mackey and Bowen in the Trail crease. Against Trail Sunday against Langley. Smoke Eaters will go to Langley tomorrow and then play Coquitlam on Sunday. As through center, it's dumped in by Braden Cross. Smokies come in after it. Reitmeyer couldn't reach the puck, and here's Bennett back the other way for Surrey. Russell pokes it head to center. Here's an odd man rush for Surrey. Conti down the right side to the slot. Bennett scoffed the crossbar. Beat a little bit easier here, as Trail have had stretches of carrying the play in this first period and scored the opener just under 2 minutes in. Here's Nate Renouf now in the right wing corner as the Eagles go looking for the go-ahead marker. Drapluck looks up top to Dawson. Back to Drapluck. He missed the pass. It rolls back in behind the net, but there for it is Danton Heinen. Heinen being looked off by Dylan Bowen. Puck still behind the goal line. Schartz will come away from the pile with it. Zane Schartz high in the air, just out over the line, gloving it down his cross. Reitmeyer with him, well offside though, as Reitmeyer stretched that. And Darius Davidson up front with Bennett, the goal scorer, and Brian Drapluck manning the points. Eagles win the opening faceoff of this second period. And we're back underway. The turnover in neutral ice. Back in comes Schartz for Trail. A shot from the left side, kicked out Fordyce, and then rebound just eluded Scott Davidson. Back the other way, Darius Davidson for Surrey. A shot from the left side, blocked into the corner. Lawson there for it for the Eagles. Double team. Davidson gathers the loose change for the Smoke Eaters. Chased back behind the net. Looks left to Schartz, who's caught up to by Darius Davidson. Trail tries to get out. They will eventually. And now it's Basilico through center. Brian Basilico over the Surrey line. Stopped up nicely by Brian Drapluck. And Davidson will clear the puck to open space down the ice into the Smoke Eater zone. Eagles make a quick change as Bowen peels back. Looks on to Jake Lucchini through center. Lucchini in over the line on play of the night. Looking to take their second lead of the game. Face off to the right of Fordyce. It's McMurphy against Maskrin. Clean win for Chase McMurphy. Played around to the point by Bennett. Held in there by Dylan Bowen. Back into the right wing corner. Brian Drapluck hit hard by Maskrin, but he got the puck away to safety. Bennett trying to lunge it out to center. Good pinch though by Zane Schartz. Keeps it alive for Trail. Now Basilico holds it on left side. Back to Schartz to the point. Bowen now. Up top into the left circle. Basilico winds and fires, and Bennett got a block on it. Puck is tied up on back top of the net. Bennett behind the goal looking for it. It comes right out front, and Heinen will backhand it all the way down the ice. As mentioned, Danton Heinen wearing the C tonight for Surrey. After the 2-year captain, Brett Mulcahy was traded at the deadline. Bowen through center now, Jake Lucchini. Left wing entry. He'll skate into the corner, looks back to the line to Bowen, who just holds it in. Over to the left side, a shot from Schartz, sails high over top of the net. To the near side we go. Bowen keeps it there. Checked by Heinen, but the Smokies retain possession. Now it's turned over. McMurphy ahead to center. Pushes it ahead of himself, and Bowen was able to get back to it before McMurphy could break away. Lucchini touched it back into the Surrey zone. Racing after it is that beat Bo Dieter that night. This time Fordyce could do nothing to make that save off Lucchini. He was already committed to the initial chance. And the Smoke Eaters have the lead 2-1 as now Bennett will turn the Eagles back the other way. Brett intercepts a pass at center, skates it back in toward Reitmeyer, but the Smokies are offside. Waiting on period number 2 through their home dates this season. Long dump in by Bowen. He was kicked out by Fordyce. Hauled down was Chow. Puck comes free to the slot, and it's just put wide by Schartz. Rebound comes free to Chase McMurphy. He'll lead it on to Heinen. 2-on-2 rush. Heinen over the line, long wrister, and a good glove save by Todd as he saw it all the way and made sure there was no rebound. We'll hear from Trail's head coach Nick Danton Heinen. Heinen looking for his 20th goal of the season tonight. Has 19 after the goal Wednesday in Coquitlam. Puck back down into the Surrey zone. First to it is Basilico. He looks back up top. There's a shot from Schartz up high. Rebound, they score! Dylan Maskren gathers the loose puck in front of the net. Fordyce thought you care about the other team's record. You have to overlook that. And you said, yeah, you can't. You can't play too much into it. And the Smoke Eaters, so far the better team tonight. They're up 3-1. Here comes Schartz back in over the Surrey line. Nudged off the puck by Nate Renouf. Comes free to the near side. Masella scampering after it. Can't get there ahead of Elenek. Renouf gathers the loose puck. Can't clear. Here's Elenek in on right wing. Checked by Renouf. They collide in the boards. Puck still in feet. It comes free to Volpe with a shot. He missed the goal far side. Around to the point. Schartz pinched, missed it. Russell got it out to center. But Elenek covering back at his own line will clear it out to center for Trail. Maskren gets the goal. It's his second of the year. Another guy who's missed a good chunk of time with injury. As Russell brings back in on right wing for Surrey. To the front of the net. Renouf tips on goal. I think Bowen maybe got a piece of that. As it comes free now to the right side. Renouf looks back to the point. Dawson holds it in there. Off the glass. Glove down by Dylan Bowen. Volpe calling for it at center. Puck makes its way to him. In over the line. Left wing side. Dawson broken up by Maskren. Turned over though down to Danton Heinen. But a sea of white at the blue line. As now Davidson knocked down his blue line. Basilico advances the puck in on goal. He shoots, he scores. Top shelf. And it's 4-1. The Eagles need to answer back here. Just something to get a spark. Down 4-1 in the second period. Here's Macellas looking on to Anthony Conti. Over the line on left wing, Conti to the front of the net. It rolls in on goal, and Todd will take no chances. He'll cover up. As Joe Drapp reached him at the point. His brother Joe will take the face-off here against Volpe. Volpe wins it back to Zane Schartz. Here's Schartz. Looks over to his partner Dylan Bowen. Bowen, long outlet feed to Lucchini. He plays it into open space. First to it is Brian Drapluck. Volpe was looking for it, but now the Eagles come back in. Here's Russell. Right side, Russell. A shot in on goal, and Todd had the angle covered, and he makes the save again. This time off Braden Russell. To center comes Conti. Conti on to Heinen. Heinen down the left side. Has traffic going to the net. The shot didn't reach it. Bowen got a leg down. As now McMurphy trying to hold the point. Can't. Here comes Basilico through the neutral zone. To the right circle. Basilico with a wrister. His stick was checked just at the last moment. And Fordyce makes the save. Maskren got hit right in the foot with that shot from Bowen. It felled him, but he's back up. He'll get onto it in the right wing corner now, will Dylan Maskren. Looks into the slot. Davidson fanned on it. Comes free to Schartz. He looks across to Bowen. Now right wing side for Basilico. A bouncing pass made its way to the slot. Drapluck trying to settle it down. Can't. Davidson will win it back for Trail, but he's stripped now by Drapluck. Into the Trail zone and is back in with a shot. And he put it through the blue paint wide of the goal. Now Lawson back up top to Phil Johansson. Johansson back down into the corner. Joe Drapluck is there. Tried to send one out front. Good job by Bowen to get a leg in on it. Drapluck still below the goal line looking for that loose puck, but Schartz gets there first. Schartz, the former Eagle, has it tied up in feet, comes free to the near side. First to it is Scott Davidson. Plays to the line softly, not out. Held in there by Lawson. Liam Lawson banks it back in down low behind the Trail net, but Bowen angled off his man Darius Davidson, allowing Schartz to get the loose change and clear to center. Off Davidson's glove it goes, back into the Surrey. His second at 13:23, and it's 4-2 Trail. Puck back into the Smoke Eater zone as Johansson knocked it in. This could be the source of life for the Eagles. Here's Bowen. Just gets out over his line. 3 Eagles were in on him. As it comes back into the Surrey, or the Trail zone, Schartz back for it. Zane Schartz to his own line. Gets to the red line now. He's skated into the Surrey zone. Schartz, a shot blocked by Phil Johansson. And now Renouf will bring the Eagles back the other way. Bounce pass on to Davidson. Down the right wing side. Davidson to the slot. Turns with forehand. Takes a shot. Great stop by Adam Todd. Todd. Not many penalties in this hockey game, or not many power play opportunities. Trail is 1 for 2. Surrey 0 for 1. Smoke Eaters won a face-off in their own zone. Fanning on it to clear was McNeil. Here's a chance for Surrey. Dawson puts it into Joe Drapluck. Skates, gets it back now left point. Saucers one across to Danton Heinen. Into the slot, Joe Drapluck. Back toward Heinen, right circle shot. Kick save, Todd. And the rebound comes free to McMurphy, left side. McMurphy across to Heinen. Another wrister. Stop. Rebound. Stopped again. Bowen, I think, blocked. Another chance. Loose puck. Where is it? As it's finally taken by Chow and sent down the ice. The best save on that chance was by Bowen, though. Eaters will have their third power play of the night. Eagles win the draw. It's cleared out to center, and there's that international ice coming to play against the Smoke Eaters as Bowen had to take 3 extra steps to get to the boards to keep that puck in and couldn't. So there's a 13-second differential between game clock and penalty clock. So barring a goal, Trail will be on the power play for the rest of the period. They enter the Surrey zone. Brian Draplik puts it right back out. Now a race for it all the way down into the Trail zone. Who will get there first? It'll be McMurphy. In front of the net. Joe Draplik. Oh, he found on the backhand. Still with it, though, in front of the Trail net. As Draplik tried to deke to the backhand and fanned on it after McMurphy sent it out into open space in front of the net. Just about a golden shorthanded chance for the Eagles. As down the ice the puck goes into the Surrey zone. Johansson will take it away from Trail. Here he comes to center. Phil Johansson shorthanded over the line. Long shot, blocker asunder by Adam Todd to the left wing side. Heinen beats Davies to the puck. He'll chase after it in the left wing corner now. He's got Renouf behind the net. Heinen to Renouf now in the right corner. Up top to Johansson. Dawson circling at center. Lester rushed the other way. Shot in on goal, and Heinen tipped it on. And a pad save by Todd. Heinen looking to put that 5-hole. Just about did. Now a long pass from Lucchini. Didn't reach Scott Davidson. Smokey circle back. 30 seconds left in the period. Now a pass just out of the reach of Lucchini from Zane Schartz. And we'll go back all the way down the ice. At center, Eagles go left to right in this third period. Renouf wins the opening faceoff of period 3. And the puck is swatted back into the Trail zone by Cale Bennett, and that will pretty much do it in the minor to Mackey. Here's Bowen. Ahead to center to Brandon Volpe. Down the left wing side over the Surrey line. Volpe chips into the corner. Chased behind the net. There for it as well as Ellenuk, but he's stripped of it by Liam Lawson of Surrey. Lawson lifts the puck into the Trail zone. Todd well out of his net to play it. Up the wall it goes to the line and out courtesy of Volpe. Trying to get a step on Heinen, does to the high slot with a wrister. Fordyce to save a rebound. Loose puck. Volpe just pulled it wide. I think Fordyce got a piece of it with the blocker as well. Now Schartz from the left side. His shot is blocked by Austin Ferguson. Macelas brings it back the other way to center. Heinen there lunging for it, but Lucchini takes it away from him. Now it's Kelowna. 5-1 game that night. It was Dustin Nickel in goal in that outing, though, as Schartz tried to hold the line and dump it deep, but he hit Lawson in the skates. It's back into the Trail zone. Back to center we go. Here's Bennett. Feeds it in on left wing. Mackey touched it, but he was in an offside position. Noof into the Trail zone. Back for it is Armbruster. Now Armbruster, a give and go with Schartz. Comes free to Davidson on the right wing. Scott Davidson ahead to Dylan Maskeren. Maskeren hit the red line, dumps it in deep. He'll head to the bench for a change. Phil Johansson looks left wing side. He got a stick in the face. Penalty coming to Trail. Davidson caught him up high as the puck bounces on. It's an offside call against Surrey, but Davidson finishes check on Phil Johansson. For 2 with a chance to bring this back to a 1-goal game. Tied up off the faceoff and cleared out and down the ice by Jeremy McNeil. He'll roll in on goal where it's held there by Devin Fordyce. He'll leave it back behind his net for Dawson. Matt Dawson out of his own end. To the red line. Hard dump into the corner. Todd will stop it up behind his own net. Try to clear it himself. It's knocked down by Chase McMurphy. Not with a high stick, but Schartz will get it ahead to center nonetheless. Here's McNeil over the line shorthanded. A wrister into the glove of Fordyce, and he'll hold for a draw after and Mackey just unable to settle the bouncing puck at the side of the net. It remains 4-2. There's 40 seconds left in the penalty to Scott Davidson as Draplik comes back through center for the Eagles. Brian Draplik dropped it to the line to Nate Renouf. Now Heinen high slot into the corner for Russell. Russell let it roll off his stick. It'll stay down low. Russell battling with Schartz. Braden Russell stays on the puck. There's a pushing and shoving match in front of the net. Mackey's getting abused. Now a puck comes out front for Heinen. Loose. And it's blown dead. Now Mackey pushing it to Armbruster. Maskeren against Nate Renouf. Winger win for Basilico. Tied up at the side of the net. Couldn't get a shot away, however. As now Nate Renouf slips past Bowen, but he mishandled the puck at the line, allowing Trail to recover. Back in comes Dylan Bowen. Trying to cut through Dawson. It rolls in on goal. Fordyce steers it to the corner. Bennett lifts it in the air to the line. It's out. And now Renouf through center. He stepped on the puck and falls over. And then he's knocked down by Bowen in front of the Trail bench. Smoke Eaters are now on their 4th power play of the night. There's a minute and a half remaining in it. The penalty to Mackey, which is being served by Ferguson. Here's Basilico in over the line on left wing for Trail. Back up top to the left point to Zane Schartz. Maskrin parked in the right circle, but Schartz will take it solo meal down the left wing side. Tied up by Nate Renouf, and it'll come free to the line. Good keep though by Bowen. Schartz to Maskrin one-timer. He fanned on it, hit the heel of his stick. Now Maskrin gets it right back in the right circle, gets around one man, tripped up, falls down, puck comes free to the line, race for it. Conti gets there ahead of Schartz. He'll race away to center. Scott Davidson, the last man back, he'll just angle the puck into the corner. And now Davidson will collect it in his own end as Conti peels back to neutral ice. 52 left in the penalty. Jake Lucchini speedily down the left side, trying to cut around Brian Draplik. That didn't work. Draplik off the stanchion, bounces right back out into the slot. But luckily for Surrey, the only person there was Phil Johansson. Johansson in over the Trail line. Long wrister. It's off Volpe's stick. Bounces wide of the goal. Eagles looking for it in the form of Joe Draplik, but it's Webb coming away from the pile with it. Out to center. Elenuk turned it over, but then Johansson put it into the... It is. Long dump in, wide of the net. In behind the goal, it'll be stopped up. Schartz softly to the corner. 2 Eagles in there on it. In one of them is Nate Renouf. It comes free to the line. Draplik gloved it down and held it. He's pinned against the boards. The puck is between his legs. McNeil's trying to fish it free. It's still tied up at the blue line. Linesman intently watching to make sure things are onside and legal here as Conti's the man tied up for Surrey. And now it'll roll all the way back into the Eagle zone, and Johansson has to peel back for it. Johansson into the corner to his partner Brian Draplik, softly up the wall, past the stick of Zane Schartz out to center, and all the way back goes Davies into the Trail end. Davies, long cross-ice pass, trying to catch Surrey with too many men, just about did, as Johansson was a little bit slow getting back to the bench, but Dawson, a veteran move, made sure he didn't touch the puck. Puck back into the Trail zone. Conti finishes his check behind the net. Puck stays behind the Trail goal. Davies had it in his equipment, plays it to the line and out past Bennett. Dawson, last man back, looks over to Westgard over on the right wing side. Westgard to Liam Lawson. Lawson trying to get around Scott Davidson, can't. Puck is tied up, now it's freed by Maskrin, ahead to Basilico at center. And here comes Davies into the rush for Trail. Long wrister. Smoke Eaters win the draw in neutral territory. Schartz, D to Dylan Bowen. These two have logged a lot of ice tonight for Dick Deschain's club. Bowen at center, a hard dump in off the corner boards. Funny bounce and good recovery by Fordyce as it went off the side of the net back behind the goal, and he had to do a little spin-a-ram at the side of the goal to keep things kosher for Surrey. Here's Davidson. Back up top to Bowen. A wrister through traffic, and Fordyce gets a glove on it and hangs on. 5:50 now remaining in the period. No time like the present for the Eagles to get a goal here. As a face-off win for Tim Chow. And the Smokies, Bowen and Schartz will bring it out to center. Here's Zane Schartz cutting away from Russell. He'll skate in on the right wing side to the circle of the goal line now. He'll peel off in the corner. Schartz just about lost his balance as he leaves it in for Jeremy McNeil. McNeil trying to kick it free. He's tied up by Phil Johansson. Puck to the near side. There for it is Chow. Up top to Dylan Bowen. Bowen lays it on back in deep with 15 left in the 4-on-4. Played out front. Chow just missed it. And away the other way skates Russell for Surrey. Braden Russell weaves his way through the neutral zone in across the Trail line. Chow hassling him back to the point, just out over the line, and Nate Renouf will chip it across to Johansson, who slips and falls, and it's offside, but now made legal as Johansson tags up, as did Russell. Eagles are on a power play. It's their 4th of the game for another minute. Past Adam Todd. The Trail defenseman didn't see who, just about pulled that off the line. But it just crept in over the goal line, and it's 4-3 now with 3:18 left to play in the third period. Smokies go back to work the offensive zone. Basilico lost the battle in the left wing corner. Out with it comes Nate Renouf for Surrey. Renouf to his own line. Feeds it on right wing to Braden Russell, who kicks it forward. Basilico gloves it down as he backtracks into his own corner. Bowen to Zane Schartz. Up the wall past Basilico down the ice. Icing's waved off as Brian Draplik goes back after him. Here's Russell. Across to Cale Bennett. Bennett down the left side. Fires it down low. Todd behind his net to play it. Gets it to the near side. McMurphy battling there for it. Can't get to it. And away to center comes Reitmeyer's pass. Hit cross on the skate, but Brett follows up. Sheldon Brett in over the line. Reitmeyer's offside. And that'll result in a stoppage as Reitmeyer lost an edge in the neutral to face Maskrin this time in the face-off circle. Winger win for Danton Heinen. He feeds the line to Cale Bennett. Fires it on back down behind the goal. Conti couldn't settle it down. Scott Davidson gets to the puck. He can't clear. Held in by Dawson. He'll play it back down low behind the net. Schartz gets there first around to the near side. Held in by Cale Bennett. Bennett leaves it back down low into the corner for Conti. Now behind the goal to Joe Drapluk. Drapluk being watched by Webb. He looks back up top to Dawson. Across to Bennett with a one-timer up high. It sailed over top of the net. Drapluk gets to the puck on the left side. Gets past Davidson. Into the corner to Conti. Conti centered one. Blocked by Schartz. Conti still on that puck. 48 seconds left. Conti to the right point to Bennett. Across to Dawson. Dawson wrists one. Wide of the goal. It was deflected. Conti gets it. Cuts out front. Todd the save. Loose puck. No, it's not. It's blown dead. And Todd's got it as Conti in the
7-8 save percentage. And again, that opening faceoff brought to you by Marketplace IGA, 1160 Government Street in Penticton, serving the community of Penticton for over 50 years. Faceoff left circle in the V's end, put around the boards, left wing side. Schartz for trail, pinched down, goes back behind the goal, and Stojkovic goes back to Steen Cooper at the right point, but it's cut off by Brandon Volpe for the Smoke Eaters. Now it goes back just outside the line, and a clearing attempt by Stojkovic, put back in by Dylan Bowen, but right to Alex Cologne. Across his zone now for Stojkovic. At center, it's tipped back in on left wing by Cooper. Cooper, Benoit, McColgan out here to start. Now Todd
18th after last night's game when they didn't score any goals.
Off the draw, Trail will set up a Providence Funeral Home penalty kill for the Vees. Zane Schartz, high slot. Now left circle, they score. Dylan Bowen, just like that. 10 seconds into the power play. 1-0 for the Vees at 1:08. Now a 1-1 tie. It's at 1:51. Trail scored on a power play, courtesy of Dylan Bowen's 4th of the year. Vees back working the Trail left corner. Is down low is the line of DePork, Ramsey, and Dalpe here as Schartz gets tangled up with a V and DePork. It's Dalpe back to left point. Stojkovic lets it go, but hammered it wide. Trying to go low glove side. Rebound kept in the right wall by Cologne. Puts it back behind the net. Dalpe couldn't find it, nor did DePork. Comes back on the near wall. And Jared Marchi shoots it out to center. Was in some skates at the Trail line. Sheldon Brett. He scored first. Steen Cooper at 1:08. Dylan Bowen on a power play goal at 1:51. And now Brad McClure going ahead 2-1 on his rebound goal at 6:09.
Even if you're watching this game, don't go anywhere. Who knows what could happen tonight?
Yeah. That'd be a last team to score win scenario. Sexton back for Duncan. Behind his net, reverse it around to the right point. That was cut off by Schartz, but now sent out to center for McColgan. Breaking it in on left wing. His shot into the chest and held by Adam Todd for a whistle. Sends it back in deep once again. Now Blanchard on the right wing wall. Back behind the net. Blomley trying to go away from Nathan Brown. Skating into the left wing corner. Watched by Zane Schartz as well. Puck comes on the goal line and taken away by Brown. Curling back behind his net, turnover in front, Blanchard, tip shot, Alford stopped by Todd, rebound, and that's shoveled wide on the left wing by Blonley from the bottom of the circle after a giveaway in front was grabbed by Blanchard. A heads-up play, Alford was stopped, and the rebound by Blonley shot just wide.
What a pass by Blanchard there to find Alford, who kept his head up and got the goal.
Now Alford breaks to the net on his backhand, stopped by Todd, and then Todd was driven into the net by Alford and Davis.
And then Alford gets the puck back on a power move to the goal on his backhand and runs right over Adam Todd. I like what we're seeing out of Riley Alford so far in this game.
Yeah, some truculence from number 26 so far tonight. Faceoff was put in the right wing corner of the Trail end by Clure, Saratori, and Pirog back out here as Saratori's playing after taking 9 stitches to the face last night after a high stick in the first period and wearing the full face shield. Going back to his high school days last year.
I believe it was described that he had a hole in his chin last night.
Basically, I saw a picture. It wasn't for the faint of heart. Sent back in from center ice by Saratori now. Back behind his goal, Zane Schartz for Trail. Brad McClure from Rigas at 6:09 by the way. It's the go-ahead goal here in the 10-minute mark. Schartz through center, shoots it off the end glass on a dump in. It's taken by Stojkovic, up and reversing to McClure on his right wing. He steps out to center. Now left wing feed finds Saratori. Pass in front. Off Pirog, skating just wide as he's busting right down the slot. Trail will take it back. Fired out to center by Volpe. Tipped back the zone to the right wing. Wheeldon put it in the corner. Lucchini finds it over Stojkovic. Back behind the net, Basilico sends it back on the wall. Schartz, a sharp angle off the shoulder of Miska on the blast by Schartz from the left wing. Now Lucchini mid-slot to Schartz, lets it go, tipped just over the goal as I think Ramsey got a piece of that going down to block it. Basilico on the left wall has a rebound back to Schartz across the blue line. Bowen tips it down low and a pad save by Miska on that one-time attempt by Lucchini from the right circle. Some good perimeter puck passing there by Trail, setting up Lucchini. Penalty kill, as always, brought to you by Providence Funeral Homes. Coming into tonight, ranked first at 87.72%, but it took a bit of a dig as Trail's 1 for 1 so far tonight. Davidson steps over the line, gets in trouble from DePort, but sends it back to Schartz at the left point. Now midpoint, it goes to Bowen, the goal scorer. Back to Schartz, they'll crisscross positions. Schartz to the right circle. This is Mascarin in his pass, the point deflected out to center by the active stick of DePort. Schartz will crawl right back in down the middle. From the high slot was blocked by Sexton, who lobs it out to center to relieve the pressure and trails back to the drawing board.
And that's the guy you want to watch out for, Zane Schartz on their power play. Leads the team in power play goals with 3, and he's got a lot of power out there.
And a pile up at center results in Alfred chopping it back in the Trail zone. 58 to go in the tripping call to Brad McClure as Schartz sends it out to center.
Of obviously now being 1 for 2 on the penalty kill, maybe getting a little bit of momentum off of that as well.
Face off, one to the wall, Hildeman to the goal line. DePort trying to bring it in front of the blocker's side, couldn't do so. Reversed by Trail to the right wing, held in by Beauvais against Basilico. Puck in the goal line area. Dolby coming in front, shooting from the right wing. And that's off a stick, maybe gathering speed across the line. And Saratoria couldn't take the pass. It was in his skates, then he lost an edge, and that rush dies right there. Sexton held it in the blue line nicely. Now pinballs back to Sexton. Jumps over his stick and back to center ice. 2 minutes to go here, first period. Vees lead at 1-0. Sexton sends it back in behind the net as the Vees start to change. Schartz now plays pass with Dylan Bowen. Schartz on his left wing. And Jared Marchi at center. Wrist it back in deep. An aerial dumping off the by Save-On Foods. Reed Feltmate are contested. He's come in at 23%, ranked first in the BCHL. McClure in the left circle with 27 seconds left. Back to Beauvais. The point tipped wide in front. As I think it was tipped by Pirog in the slot. Well, Colgan right point sends it back around the boards behind the net. Loosen skates. Bowen up off the glass to the right point. McColgan in front. Tipped just wide by Benoit on the backhand. 10 seconds left. Sent back to the right point. McColgan in the slot to Pirog. High slot. Beauvais wrister off a stick and up and over the goal with just 2 seconds left for a whistle. Radio dials, Trail left to right. McClure streaking back in on the right wing. Curls around the goal. It's a Save-On Foods power play. First of the night for the Vees, carrying over from the first period. Now McColgan back to McClure, left circle. To the net, missed it wide as he tried to shimmy it down to the post of Benoit, and it's slashed down the ice by Jake Lucchini for Trail. Vees will regroup back behind their net. Hunter Miska stopping it up for Brett Beauvais. He'll come out in front between his circles. Now on the left wing for Benoit center. Sends it around the Dashers. It quickly rips up back to the right point to McColgan. Tried to send it in front, but weak pass was intercepted by effort like we saw maybe last night. A tad sloppy at times here. Draw right circle on the V's end. Put into the corner. Providence Funeral Home penalty kill number 2. I should say number 3. The V's are 1 for 2 tonight. On the left wing, Dylan Bowen. Back midpoint, Schartz. Now on the right wall, Mascarin trying to go back to Bowen on the left wing, deflects to the Trail rear guard. Midpoint, Schartz. Backhands it across on the right wall for Mascarin. Lets it go off the stick of DePort and wide of the net. Ricochets up on the left wall. Davidson touches it for Bowen. He'll sweep it around back behind the net. Cut off there by Stojkovic, but not out. Basilico, left circle for Bowen. Down low, and Basilico goes across for Bowen. Now in front, Mascarin trying to find Basilico cutting to the goal off of V, sticking wide. Puck in the right circle. Davidson leaves it off there for Mascarin. Goes back to the right point to Schartz. Back to Mascarin on the right wing wall. Across left point. Bowen lets it go. Missed it high and wide on the glove side. Rebound on the right wing again. Schartz pitching down. Puts it back behind the net. Colomb bobbles it. Nice backhand reverse play to Blontley on his right wing. Home run pass at center. DePort couldn't handle it cleanly as he was going to be away on a breakaway, but he does tip it back in deep, and now he's on the forecheck. Tough break there for number 19. And now Basilico out to center for Schartz, back in down the middle across the line. Return pass crossed up Lucchini and stripped and cleared. How do their line changes have been tonight?
It's been pretty bad for Trail to get any line changes, good ones at least.
You don't want to harp on a team, but sloppy in the first period. Remember, they only had 3 skaters.
They had 3 skaters for a good 6 or 7 seconds before they realized that.
Rigas gets the assist on the McColgan goal at 4:45, and it's 3-1.
And Brett Beauvais better watch out now. Chris Rigas 3 points in his last 2 games.
Yeah, as Rigas was a +4 last night in Vernon, believe it or not, and tonight has 2 assists. Vees settle it back down behind their net. Paul Stojkovic with 13:20 to go and a 3-1 lead. Holds it, directs traffic as teams make changes up on the fly here. And Stojkovic finally comes out from behind his net. On the left wing for Cologne, pass at center, did not get to Delpy, cut off by Bowen. Falls back to Stojkovic at his blue line. Zips it across for Cologne, and he'll wrist it back in deep. Around the boards it goes. DePort cuts it off on the right wing. Behind the net for Delpy. Delpy, DePort, below the goal line, battling against Bowen of Trail. Now it goes back left point. Sexton to the net, blocked by the skate of Bowen, kicks it to the blue line, gets around a diving Ramsey. At center, he comes back in himself. At the blue line, he left it. Pirog there to clean up the garbage and put it back behind the net. Saratori into the shift, can't track it down behind the goal. Pirog cuts off a reverse play. He spun off the puck, though, on the left goal line extended. Ramsey comes in off the bench, shielding it nicely, trying to center in front off the arm of Pirog. Ramsey in the circle, determined. Hangs on to it, battling here with Lucchini. Now Ramsey behind the net. Lost it, and Lucchini fires it on the far wall. Mascarin will send it to center. Off the stick of Cologne as he bobbled it. Chipped back in by Schartz, but Stojkovic tipped it away from him. Now a collision behind the play as Ramsey got tangled up with Mascarin. Meanwhile, Schartz after it in the Trail left corner as the Vees are back in the offensive zone where they spent the majority of this period. Wielden throws it out to center. Falling over his own feet was Mascarin, but as he dumps it back in. Nice athletic play by him, even though it's just a dumping from center. McClure can't clear. Held in left point by Bowen. To the net. Knifed away by the goalie's stick there of Hunter Miska, who's had a light workload here in the middle fray. Puck on the right wall. Wheeled into the net. There's a glove save by Miska, and he'll hang on with 6. Chips it across on left wing. Cooper will track it down. Chips it in across the blue line. And he took a hit there from Mascarin, but it seemed like Mascarin took the worst of that. And now puck sent out to center by Bowen. Hildeman steps up the red line to make a play. And shoveled ahead by Benoit, but could not be reeled in by McColgan. And now steering it aside for the umpteenth time is Hunter Miska in front of his net. Hildeman at center. Through the middle for Brett Beauvais. The D-man trying to come down the middle. Finally shouldered off the puck at the left circle by Dylan Bowen. Schartz will drop it off back behind his own net. Zane Schartz, the Texas native, left it for Dylan Bowen, the former Seminarm Silverback. At center ice, the puck comes to Jake Lucchini.
Fraser Rogers with more Dairy Queen Penticton Vees hockey on Easy Rock.
1:01 to go here, second period. Vees up 4-1. Trails back in. Marchino left circle takes a shot, patted away by Miska. Got his right leg on that. Now backhand tipped to the side of the goal by Rettmeyer was stuffed, and Cologne sends it out to center as we're in the final minute of the second period. And it's McClure from Cologne and Pirog at 16:50 as McClure's got goals number 34 and 35 here tonight. At center ice, Cooper tips in a stretch pass. Saratori lobs it back in on left wing. Inside 20 seconds left in this second period. Davidson on his left wall trying to clear. Kept it in the blue line by Saratori behind the net. McClure with 10 seconds left to the slot. Saratori on his back end. He goes back to Sexton left point. Double clutches. Back door tipped wide by Saratori. 4 seconds left. Back to Sexton. Has to shoot. He will, and it goes wide, and that will do it. Buzzer goes for the Vees. Add 2 more here in the second.
In Alberni Valley game.
Yeah, West Kelowna, it was a 7:30 start, I believe, in Alberni Valley tonight, or was it 7?
It must have been because there was nothing updating at 7:15.
Yeah,
even.
that's what we thought. And it's a 7:30 start in Merritt as well. So those 2 games we're eagerly keeping an eye on our later starts. 17:56 to go here in the third. Stojkovic behind his net gathers it up again. Now on his right wing for Cologne to try to lead the breakout here. He'll wedge it out to the Trail blue line. Schartz could not find it. He spun around, but over-skated by Alford. And now turnover at center by Lucchini as it's sent back in on left wing by Stojkovic. Todd settled it down. It's in the left corner up the boards and now carried out this center on right wing. This by Lucchini coming wide on Beauvais to the right circle. One hand on his stick, but Beauvais closed down the gap. Lucchini, though, goes back to Schartz left point. Blocker saved by Miska, and it's up and out of play for him by Shane McColgan. Going after behind the net is Cooper against Dylan Bowen. Bowen to the blue line, not out. Sexton left point, holds it in, takes a shot. Pad save by Todd along the ice. McColgan in front, jawing with Schartz, couldn't get the rebound. Now Cooper in the high slot to McColgan between his legs, can't get it to Benoit. Benoit finds in the right circle, goes back to the point out of Rigas, hammers it. That goes wide off the end glass. Maybe angry that he got that assist taken away. Both of them, in fact, on those plays. And that puck just missed by an inch. Now back in his Mascarin on left wing. Sending it in front, they score. Adam Wheeldon on the back. Stolpe making it 5-2. 13:20 to go. Puck on the Vees left wall. Hildeman up the boards and out to center it goes. Shots 34-20 at this point in favor of Penticton. And now Davidson, the Vees line, can't sidestep around Josh Blanchard. Travis Blonley picks it up and chips it back in from his own bench down the ice. No icing here against the Vees forthcoming. Todd reversing it around to his right corner. Knocked down was Bowen. Can't clear the puck. And now it's grabbed though by Basilico. Outlets to center on right wing. Muscled in by Volpe. But Alice Cologne will steer back behind his net. Hildeman and Cologne play pass. In the left corner, Cologne up the wall for Alford. On his right wing, taps it out to center. Out of the reach of Cooper, taken back by Basilico. Steps in over the left wing, lets a shot go. Glove down by Miska. We'll take a break.
I believe.
0 for 1.
0 for 1, sir.
This is their second, brought to you by Save On Foods. 10:42 to go. Off the draw, McColgan for Pirog. Back down low for McColgan. In the slot, Beauvais lets it go. Off the arm of Todd and just over the goal. Puck in the right wing corner. Up the wall, McColgan settles it down for Pirog. Pirog being harassed by Wheeldon. From his knees, he goes back to McColgan. One-timer hits Benoit in front. Goes back in the corner to Pirog. Right point, bounce pass to McColgan. Tipped in front, but blocked down by Schartz. And it's shot down the ice by Lucchini for Trail. As a stick check of Wheeldon at center. On ahead to Dalpin and put it back in deep. Ramsey, Dalpin, and Pork have been very good tonight. All three have points in this hockey game. Ramsey battling for the puck in the right wing corner, Trail end there against Jared Marchie, but it comes out to center on the right wing for Wheeldon. They'll try to start it back in at the blue line. Lost the puck as Cologne poke checked him. Marchie follows up to the right corner for Wheeldon. Sharp angle off the chest of Miska. Comes in front. Delpy slides it along to Ramsey. Out at center on right wing and throws it back in deep. 7:12 to go. Third period. He's ahead by 3. Basilico for Trail coming back in on the left wing side. Battles with Cologne on the wall for it. Pirog comes in, bumps shoulders with Davidson. McClure will find it. Outlets to center in the opposite left wing for Serratori. Trying to come across the line with speed. Puts the brakes on the wall as he bobbled the puck for a moment. Now he's met there by Bowen for Trail. As the pile-up ensues on the half wall, left wing side, Trail end. Now McClure comes out of the pile. High slot, shooting, glove save. 2-on-2 with Patrick Sexton on the right wing side, but Alford just lugs it in the corners. The Vees make changes on the fly. Alford spilled to the ice behind the net. Comes up the wall. Hildeman looking, doesn't shoot. He's muscled off the puck by Schartz and now gets it out to center. A 3-on-1. Schartz on right wing. Lucchini shooting, skied it over the net. Rebound rides a dasher to Ramsey. Ramsey fires out to center on left wing for Laporte. Can the Vees catch Trail? Laporte can't get around Bowen, who takes him down the ice on the left wing. And that play dies there on the Trail wall. Back behind the net, Delpy kind of center, goes back to Cologne. His shot blocked in front by Bowen. As that puck went all the way back to Cologne on the pass by Delpy from behind the net. And he blasted it off the shin pad of Bowen. Now lugged out by Davidson at center, cutting to his left across the blue line. Here at the SOEC. And then it's February 1st in Salmon Arm, and then home and home. Two great matchups. As Miska stops to dump in the side of his net with 24 seconds left. Post-game show will be upcoming at the Vault Restaurant Live. Myself and Trevor Miller recapping this one. Cologne's behind his net, watching the clock tick down here. Now to the blue line to Pirog. Fans start to come to their feet. Pirog was checked off the puck of the Trail blue line. Hats off to Trail as well. Hard, determined effort here as Delphi turned it over, took a shot at the buzzer, and that will do it. The Vees.
And a deadline deal that sent him to Trail. Vela with a left-hand wrist shot and a save made. Rebound is cleared away. And Nickel tested once again. Urban through traffic and getting a piece of it was Nickel. Furious start here for the Rivermen as Brendan Gulka has the puck go just by him. Taken away by Dylan Bowen and now skated out to center, but it's turned over. Marcus Vela on it. Offside though was Brendan Gulka, and Vela will have to tag up, and that allows Schartz to skate it back up ice to the center line for the Trail Smoke Eaters. He sends it in wide. Vic Dombrowski. And they've met is the last time these two teams met in Trail. He was a scratch, was a Stoff Ruff. Cole Plotnikov in his first BCHL game tries to feed the puck over for Jackson Wanek. Out of his reach though. Plotnikov, an affiliate player with the Langley Rivermen. He plays with the Richmond Sockeyes. And this is indeed his first taste of BCHL action tonight. Webb. Giveaway there by McLean. He tried to feed it over for Reichert. Tripped up though was Joel Webb, and he's able to get it back to his forehand over to a Stofferoff, and now out to center. Davies chips it in deep, and he goes off for a change. Charlie Pelnick on his second shift of the game. Up the right wing boards for Reichert. Leaves it back for Ustaski. Back to Reichert on the right wing side. Jacob Reichert, one hand on the stick. Has it taken away by Webb. And skating it outside across to center is Elinuik. Takes it 4-11 mark and a face-off win by the Rivermen. Bretzman holds it in at the line. Robinson, he's out with Killistoff. Dombrowski's out there as well. And Austin Azurdia along with Bretzman. Killistoff off the half wall, gives it to Bretzman, gives it right back to Killistoff. Killistoff down low, looking for a give-and-go play. Robinson on the return feed had it go off of a stick. Robbie gets it back in the far corner. Centering feed, it's off of a stick of Killistoff. He couldn't get a good wood on it, and he fanned on the shot. Bouncing puck, backhand chance. Nickel with the save and a quick whistle as the referee Danwood gets a piece of it, and now it'll be skated out by Vela at the tail end of a long shift. Zane Schartz now at center. Flips one in towards Stanwood, who has to be careful on the bouncing puck, and it rises up onto his pad. Officials. So no goal. Face off to the right of Lyndon Stanwood. It's won back by Cole Plotnikov. Tanner Johnson playing his hometown team of sorts, the Castlegar native, just 20 minutes away from Trail. Jake Lucchini battling away with Brennan Gulka along the boards. Plotnikov comes out with the loose puck, gets it to Johnson, backhands it around the boards. Jackson Wanek gets a piece of it, tries to clear it, but it's held in by the Smoke Eaters. Brennan Volpe, he loses the puck. Plotnikov again on a weak clear attempt. It's held in at the line by Bowen. Tanner Johnson now to Chris Forney, and he chips it up high again, held in by Bowen. Now on a second effort though, Plotnikov able to get it out to the neutral zone as the Rivermen had trouble clearing their own end. Gulka leaves it now for Plotnikov. Wanek gets back on side. No, he doesn't though, says the line. Marcus Vela now coming out to take the draw. And he is able to win it back for the Rivermen, who have been very solid again in the face-off circle to start this game. Clearing attempt intercepted by Bowen. Davidson, that has poked away though by Tanner Johnson. Tries to send it around the end board. Stolen away by Davidson. Drops it back. Elinuik. Delayed penalty coming up against the Rivermen as Davidson was hit away from the Rivermen on a change. No such luck though as Basilico has to come all the way back to his own zone to play it. Now Zane Schartz feeds it to Basilico, sends it hard into the near side corner. Tony Bretzman will be first on it for Langley. He takes a bump there from Davidson as they're tied up in on the end boards. 36 seconds to go on the Trail power play. Still yet to register a shot on this man advantage. Zane Schartz over for Bowen. Fans on the shot, left it behind him completely, but was able to get back to it. Now Basilico towards the top of the crease. Sharp angle shot. Davidson, and that one goes just wide. Stanwood spinning around to get back in position. Zane Schartz now over for Bowen again. Quickly. Back for Bowen now towards the goal. That one's blocked by Azurdia, and he fires it down the ice with just 7 seconds to go on the Trail power play. And a good kill here for the Langley Rivermen. as Forney set to come out of the box, and both teams now 0 for 1 on the power play. No score with just over 8 minutes left in the first period. Marcus Vela trying to send that one deep and instead sends it in the first period, and they do get rewarded with the game's first goal. Now off the face-off, off the draw, Jacob Reichert in on goal, and a left pad save made by Nickel as the Rivermen looking to add to their now 1-0 lead. Delay penalty call coming up, and it will be coming up against the Smoke Eaters, a holding call. But a holding call now against Jacob Reichert, and the Smoke Eaters back onto the power play. Basilico trying to gain the puck, but he was stolen away by Pelnick. Couldn't clear it. Zane Schartz now with it. Gives it over to Bowen. Once again, these two on this first power play unit for the Smokies. Down low feed. Basilico finds it at the top of the crease, but it bounces off his backhand, and he has to go in behind the net to retrieve it. Zane Schartz gives it back to Bowen. Basilico back to Schartz, looking for a down low backdoor feed. And it's intercepted by the Rivermen, and Mitch McLean will skate it to center, banks it off the glass, and sends it in deep. He'll go off for a change. 1:20 to go on the Trail power play. Onto the left wing side, Basilico chips it by Johnson. Chris Forney, though, will be first on it. Banks it off the glass, but it's held in by Schartz. Back for Bowen on the right wing shot. And in towards the goal. Stanwood, though, sees it all the way and hangs onto it in his glove with 1:03 to play chance for the Smoke Eaters. Trying to tie this game up. It is a 1-0 lead for the Rivermen. Towards the goal, McLean blocks the shot, and it ends up in the corner. Basilico digging away at it, trying to free it up and get it back to Schartz. Goes out partially along the boards. Mitch McLean trying to battle along with it. Now the puck finds its way onto the stick of Kevin Killistoff. Now Mitch McLean up ice with it. He'll go for a skate here on the penalty kill, all the way back to his own zone, feeds it back to Urban, and now to Johnson. He's able to just get it across the line after it hit the stick of Davidson, and they were actually able to hold the line there. Basilico, along with Sheldon Brett, and a delayed call coming up against the Smokies on a hard hit on Kevin. Face off to the right of Webb. One back by Robinson, who's now out with Austin Azernia. Bretzman, low shot towards the goal. Save made, and Schartz first on the big rebound. Robinson lays a hit on Reitmeyer. Brown trying to battle for the loose puck as it was bouncing all over the place. Azernia able to get it back to Chris Forney. Gets it past Reitmeyer along the far boards. Forney carries it all the way into the corner. Now for Azernia on the near side. Austin Azernia, centering feed there. Fanning on it, though, was Robinson. Jake Lucchini now will carry it up the left wing. Just gets it across center, chips it into the corner. Stanwood out of his crease, reverses for Tony Bretzman. It is now a 5-on-4 power play for the Rivermen as Pelnick stepping out of the box. He'll go right off to the bench. Chipped in deep by James Robinson. Azerdia stays out. Out comes Wanek along with Marcus Vela. Dombrowski from Davies and Lucchini. Puck is launched high into the corner. A nice weight on it, have to say, by the Smoke Eaters, who looked like it was going to head up into the netting. Kevin Killistoff now carries it across center, lifts it high into the far corner. Killy will chase it, just overskates the puck, and now McNeil coming back the other way for Trail. Poked away by Bretzman. Another good play at the blue line. Bretzman gets it back to Killistoff, now to the right wing side. Reichert, shot towards the goal, held in by the glove of Nickel, and he'll get the face-off. Bretzman able to clear it back to center. Long shot in on Stanwood, who gloves it down for Bretzman again. McLean on the left side, skates it up across center. McLean drops it back for Craighead. It's poked away by Linerick. Bowen, hit by Gulka. McLean, Schartz reverses for Bowen. Bowen comes out, nearly stolen by McLean at the top of the crease. Pelnick just holding the line, fakes the shot, now gives it to Craighead. Daring Craighead down low. Pelnick calls for it at the point, gets it back. Now to the right side for Bretzman. Bretzman intentionally wide of the goal, looking for a bounce off the end boards. McLean picks it up, sharp angle through the blue paint, but out harmlessly the other side. Pelnick again fakes the slap shot. Stops up along the half wall, leaves it for Craighead, top of the slot. Craighead towards the goal, that one deflected just in front of the crease and wide. Trail lifting it now high into the neutral zone. Bretzman now to Pelnick, feeds it up ice for Jacob Reichert. Drops it back for Pelnick again. Bretzman trying to feed it up ice for Reichert. Hits the stick of Iliniuk, but big number 15 still able to force his way to it. McLean rings it around the boards. A fresh set of legs from Austin Azurdia, trying to keep it in. Sent back to the Rivermen blue line. Tanner angle towards the goal. That one is blocked. Trail gets it off the funny bounce. Basilico tries to backhand it towards the goal. That one's off Kilstoff, now into the far corner. Make that the near side. Davidson takes a bump there from Dombrowski. Still on his feet though. Basilico can't find the puck. Getting a stick on it was Will Cook, but it's held in by the Smoke Eaters. Davidson towards the goal off the stick of Dombrowski. The 22s meet there as Iliniuk has him pinned up along the boards. Now Kilstoff on the near side, trying to get it over to center for Cook. Davidson backhands it up ice, intercepted by Urban at center. Zach Urban on the long reach. Tries to get it by Davidson, stands his ground, and now Basilico with time to come up ice. Basilico Smokies, but Killy first on it after it goes off the side boards. Kilstoff follows it all the way up into the corner. Drops it back for Reichert, leaves it now for Forney. Forney hangs on to it. Basilico's behind him. Good shorthanded shift here by the Langley Rivermen. 38 seconds to go on the Trail power play, although at the moment you wouldn't know it. Davidson now gets it out to Basilico at center, and now the Smokies come up ice, but offside is the call. Power play, and they'll have to start out from their own blue line as Urban gets it over to Forney. Chris Forney sends that one hard around the boards. Nickel stops it up, tries to clear it, just held in by Urban. Good job by big number 5. McLean around the boards. Forney pinching, holds it in. Now Cook in behind the net. Cook. Off out of the corner is McLean. Gives it back to Cook. Dying seconds of the power play. Back to Forney. Now to McLean. Back to 5-on-5 now. Will Cook in behind the net. Tries to feed it over for McLean, but he was streaking in towards the crease and it was out of his reach. Forney back into the center line. Rings it hard around the boards. Cook is first on it for the Rivermen. So back to 5-on-5. The Riv now 0 for 3 on the power play. Bowen uses his hand to pass it up, but it's first on to the Rivermen. Reichert, nice backhand feed. Chance for McLean, and the rebound, and another save by Nickel. By Craighead, up to the left wing boards for Marcus Vela. Vela nearly on a break. Schartz, though, picks the puck away from him as he drove towards the net. Zane Schartz now coming up ice for the Smoke Eaters. Back and forth we go here early in this third period. Schartz, high shot, save made by Stanwood, and he reels in the rebound. Face-off deep in the... Now from the face-off circle in his own zone, up along the boards for Brett. Feeds it back to Reitmeyer. Poked away, though, by Johnson. Low shot, Davidson wide of the target. Reitmeyer reverses. Nobody's there other than Tanner Johnson, and he's wrapped up along the end boards by Brett. Puck is loose for Mitch McLean. McLean having trouble with it along the end boards. Comes loose for Davidson. Leaves it back for Brett. Chris Forney, though, will be on it for the Rivermen. Banks it off the boards. Bowen can't quite hold the line, and offside is the call as the whistle blows. And the faceoff. Brown getting a roughing minor, and we do remain 5-on-5. Reichert feeding it in front, but Vela couldn't find it. Now it's a break here for McNeil coming in. McNeil and Stanwood out. Bowen giveaway there as Reichert takes it. Reichert comes up ice, 2-on-1 chance with Kilstoff. Backhand chance, but a flutter puck off of Killy's stick, and it's steered aside easily by Nickel. Kilstoff and Bowen tied up in the corner. Reichert's there as well as Volpe. Reichert's held up. Play continues. Schartz now finds it, and he'll skate it up to the blue line. Takes a bump from Kilstoff, finishes his check, and the Smoke Eaters will complete their change. Now it's Schartz. Up to center for Chow. Chow, shot blocked by Dombrowski. Austin Azurdia. Up to center. Smoothly skates it over, gets it to the left side. Shot by McLean right into the glove of Nickel, and he hangs on for the draw. Power play. Good work there by Kilstoff to poke the puck all the way down the ice. Killy is out with Robinson, Dombrowski, and Urban on the penalty kill. Bowen up for Brett. He takes a bump from Kilstoff. Urban gets a poke on the puck, and he finds it to his forehand down the ice. Minute and a half to go on the Trail power play. Bowen from in behind his own goal, up ice, now Reitmeyer at center. He's up with Davidson and Brett. Pass is behind Davidson, Schartz pinching along the boards. Schartz now back to the high slot. Bowen wires one towards the goal, scores! And a screen, Lyndon Stanwood couldn't see to spin around. Brennan Volpe stolen away by McLean. McLean nearly on a break. Gives it over now to Killistoff. Kevin Killistoff towards the goal shot. Getting a piece of it though was Nickel. James Robinson hurries in, holds the line. Good hustle by number 7. Schartz though back to Webb. 9.5 minutes to go. Webb falls. Puck is in behind him. Robinson trying to get it. McLean now digs it free, but it's Volpe who picks it up just across into the neutral zone. Somehow the play was deemed onside. Volpe now with it on the near side boards. Lifts it high on the glass. Dombrowski in the corner, followed up by Davidson. Loose into the far side corner. Now it's Kevin Killistoff. He's bumped off the puck. James Robinson has time to skate it up ice. 3-on-2 chance now for the Rivermen. Just onside McLean. He's up with Urban on the rush as well. Robinson gets it back to the point. Killistoff, who's covering, drops it for Urban. Wires to the goal off the glove of Nickel. Falling down was McLean. He was tripped up. Play continues, and he tried to hook it back towards the goal, but Brown comes up ice along with Reitmeyer. To the right of Nickel. Dombrowski leaves it now for Austin Azurdia. Kevin Killistoff to Azurdia, just out of his reach, and Ostaforov is able to get it up to Lucchini. Jake Lucchini. Zach Urban now in the corner. Around the end boards for Dombrowski. Dombrowski up ice for Killistoff. Azurdia now has it. Azurdia decides to get by Schartz and has to do so he goes in the corner. James Robinson now tied up with Volpe. Azurdia bumps him as he goes in for some digging help on the end boards. Referee allows play to continue. Has to get out of the way. James Robinson carries it into the near side corner. Ostaforov carries it just outside the line. Now Webb picks it up. Off the face-off now. Just over 3 minutes left to go. Still deadlocked. Into the corner. Plotnikov's out with Craighead. Bouncing puck. It's off the dasher. Davidson now spins around to give himself some time. Off the end boards. Brown out the near corner. Carries it out to center. Darian Craighead up the right side. Schartz tries to get it out. Wanek though gloves it down. Low shot. Nickel just getting enough of it, and it got caught in to Bretzman. Just gets it across into the Trail zone. Sends that one around the boards. Marcus Vela is on it. Stops it up on the end boards. Webb trying to dig it free. Vela feeds it over to Will Cook. That's returned by Reitmeyer. Pelnick though holds it in at the line. Goes in to lay a bump on McNeil. Bretzman covering, sends it back up ice to Craighead. Now Pelnick around the boards. Less than 90 seconds to go in regulation. We're tied at 2. Webb off the glass and out to center. Tony Bretzman up to the blue line. Nice feed as he found Azurdia there, but it hops off his stick. Craighead now finds it to Robinson. Robinson in behind the goal. Now to Darian Craighead. Poked away from him. Brett now to center for Davidson. Looking for a shot. Davidson has it blocked and off the draw. Key face-off win for the Rivermen, but Schartz can't send it around the boards. But now it will be Volpe will skate it out to center. He's up with Lucchini on the PK. Sends it into the near corner in the Rivermen zone. Less than half a minute to go. It is a power play for the Rivermen. Mitch McLean skates it up ice on the right wing side. Robinson skating to the top of the crease. Stopped up. McLean gets it back to Urban. Back for McLean. Down low for Robinson. Gets it to his forehand. Trying to jam it to the back of the net. But the whistle blows. It was underneath this draw. Key face-off, to say the least. And no Matt Ustaski to take it. Robinson, though, wins it back for Urban. Urban wires it towards the goal. It's off of a stick. Jamming away on it. Save made by Nickel. Urban just holds the line. Gets it back in. It did come out, but the whistle. 40 seconds left in the third. A penalty for the Smoke Eaters. Forney now down low to Robinson. Robinson back to Urban. Robbie back and forth with Urban. Chris Forney down low now for Jackson Warnock. Make that Will Cook, Cook back over for Forney. Lots of passing, looking for a nice shot. 50 seconds left on the power play. 4-on-3, big opportunity. One-timer. Urban sends that one wide. Forney jumping in to make sure it's held in. Urban one-timer just wide this time on the rebound off the end boards. Robinson can't quite find it, and it's cleared down the ice by the Rivermen.